Hey everyone, Z-Man Cuddles here. I was doing some testing with DJBackward on Twinleaf about the ban discussion. If you're not familiar, all the non-conditional double colorless energies are gone, so double turbos, you're only one left. He took the list from that got second at full grip with the Dubwool and the Pelipper engine, the Pelipper finding a supporter from either the discard or the deck, and is using that with Welder, so has three different ways to find the fire energy and then accelerate it. So it's pretty neat. I think that's an engine worth showing off. You have the Devolution Spray and Scoop Up Net to reset the Dubwool and the Pelipper as the second place listed. I'm playing a crazy deck myself, so I'm looking up the double Lorantis and Lilligant for plus 20. I know it's probably cope, but I keep trying weird stuff with grass. I actually cut out the festival lead people from it entirely because when I started thinking about what wants 40, it's Budew. So it's like a Budew emphasis on Budew deck. You play the Hustle Belt, the Muscle Band, and then we still have the Jump Bluff, which can take a KO in its own right, but we also have this Rapid Strike Scroll Disguise. So that way if you retreat after you're doing 50 to 90, I think the max would be 110 with Budew, then you can clean it up with the 60 spread everywhere. And this Hustle Belt is, procced pretty easily with Frozen City, Gapejaw, Rainbow, and then you can recycle Budew and those tools with Lana's Fishing Rod, and then you have the classic kind of things like Rescue Stretcher and Revitalizer. So grass has the best recovery in the game. Most of it's to hand except for the Lana's Fishing Rod, but the Lana's is good just to get back the Hustle Belt. This deck's crazy. We're going to go check out this game that I guarantee you have never seen a GLC game like this. So right here we see a broken opening hand. Going to Suin Heavy Ball for the Roselia, Buddy Poffin for some support, and the Hoppip as a backup attacker. Put down the Turtwig, and we're benched out. Plays into Parallel, but otherwise, it's grass. What are you going to do? I guess try not to play into Parallel. Unfortunately, this version of grass cannot play Chaotic Swell because you have to play all the weird damage stadiums and things like that. It is what it is. Speaking of it is what it is, Fan Rotom gets DJ all the way set up and taking KO. Not a big deal. The Budew can just get recycled with the Lana's Fishing Rod, and we are able to use that Artisan, so the Budew comes back. The nice thing is it's super low energy, and because we evolved into this Lorantis and have the Muscle Band, it does 50, so we're only 20 away from Fan Rotom. Now, 2-hit King with Fan Rotom doesn't sound the strongest, but, we're going to do item lock all the time. In Standard right now, I'm playing Frostlass Monkey Budew, and it might just be me, but I really like that deck. When you do Unrelenting item lock, that feels really great, and Grass does as the best type. So there's the 2-hit kill on the Budew. Here's where you can see the difference of the double colorless band, because the Snorlax is powered up with the only double colorless energy. So if I was playing a normal deck and I just remove this threat, the pressure would be on DJBackward to have to find the Welder if they want to do a 3 energy attack. Although you can also see where the pressure is off because the Hops Cramorant here would be able to just have a 1 attachment. So I think Colorless is still really good even after that. So we'll switch sides here. My Budew just kind of did a flesh wound onto the Snorlax, and they do wake up here. So they're going to be able to KO the Budew. I'm going to pivot plans here. So we go Colorless Tenacity for really cool play. We're going to actually use this reversal and Rapid Strike Scroll Disguise to be able to take a double KO because we're doing 60 to everywhere. But with the Lorantis, it's 20 more to the active. So we're going to be able to KO the Snorlax because of the additional damage from the Lorantis. And then we're also going to be able to take out the Squavit. So gamer play, I like that one. We're not tied on prizes, but at least it's 3-2 now. And all the energy is cleared off the board. So here's where we're expecting the Cramorant to come down. And then as you can see, they can attach an energy to the Hop Snorlax, Earthen Vesseling away a letter. You don't see that every day, but because of the Welder, that's the reason they have the doubles. Although I remember from this game, their Welder is actually prized. I think it's the very last prize. It goes to show too, Pelipper can get it from every location except the prizes. So make sure you play your town map in your colorless decks now more than ever because everything's a 1-of. So at this point, they're at 1 prize. It's time to get big. We're going to go into the Torterra. I'm going to Roserade here, and it's because one of the best things to do against a colorless deck is to make sure you Guzma away the the 3 prize turns, so you leave the Cramorant here as a liability. I think it's especially important now because you'll probably have more Lana's Rods, and you want to leave the Hop's Choice Band there unless they scoop net it up. So here you can see the struggle of being able to find those low energy attackers. When you have to recover a Fan Rotom, you're not feeling super threatened because they need both the Gust, which they do have, but they also need the Stadium. So there's still a lot of conditions there. And so they reset the Wingull. I'm going to target that down with the Versus Seeker that I got off of Roserade. Make sure I have my Torterra back up, so that way they need Gust again. And the Fan Rotom I don't think can attack anything that take KOs because the Lilligant HP is a little too big. So here, honestly, it just needs too much. If they Raihan, they don't have another double energy. And this is where I actually really do feel the moment that Colorless's power level is, it's still a very good deck, but it's not as strong. They do go with the Raihan, and it can't do anything. So that was interesting. I felt like I got away with one here. I didn't feel like I should have won this, and a lot of it's because of the ban. This deck is silly. I don't think I'm going to play it again. I'll probably put the Festival Leads dudes back in. I think eventually the Lurantis will have to come out, but I'm not done playing with my new toys. I'm going to keep trying to double. But, this kind of sillier deck could actually beat this Colorless. Now, mind you, maybe Pelipper isn't right, but also it got second in Full Grip, so who's to say? Curious to hear your guys' thoughts on the ban list, as well as what your Colorless decks look like in this next time. It's an exciting time for GLC. Let's go play.